says he will be her mistake, she will be his vengeance. I am so excited to show you these books. I just need to stop reading so much in a month. There's only so many books you can read in a month, guys. Hi everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today I have an unboxing for you guys. I have my last Allurial box. I have canceled Allurial after this one, so I will no longer be getting that. However, next time I do an unboxing, you will see a Fairy Loot one. Because I have subscribed to the Romantasy box. I finally got off that wait list. So this will be my last Allurial box. And we have my Book of the Month box for May. And I am so excited to show you these books. Most of these books I'm very excited for. My Allurial book I only got because I had no choice. I had to get one. I got locked in on a deal that I had to finish out before I could cancel. And I was going to skip this one for Allurial. However, I had no choice. I had to pick something. So who knows? Maybe I'll end up liking the book. We'll see. So let us dive on into these boxes. Let us start with our Allurial box and get into that. Alright. Ooh, I managed to open it easily this time. How about that? Oh, and there's a bookmark in here as well. Kind of comes with the book, I believe, that I chose. I think they match all their bookmarks to their books. This is kind of what the bookmark looks like. On the back it says Love Triangle, Chosen One, and Enemies to Lovers. Ooh, Enemies to Lovers. Maybe I'll like this book, because I love a good Enemies to Lovers. So, let's unwrap this book and find out what it looks like. Alright, so for my Allurial book, I have An Arcane Study of Stars by Sydney J. Shields. I know this author is known for The Honey Witch, and that was like a cozy fantasy. Cozy is not my vibe. However, this one is not cozy. But I do like this cover. And I also like these sprayed edges. The sprayed edges is nice, I have to admit. I do like these sprayed edges with the flowers. On the back it says, he will be her mistake, she will be his vengeance. Ooh. Okay, decent end pages. I don't love them, but they're not bad looking. See if it's the same on the other side. Yep, same on the other side. Alright, so, you know, it's not bad looking. Just not my favorite edition. But let's find out what this one's about, because I don't really know anything to this Dark Academia. It says it's a dark academia fantasy filled with ancient secret societies, bitter rivals, tortured lovers, and dangerous deals made after dark. Ooh. Maybe I will like this. I mean, you got me with secret societies. The bookmark got me with Enemies to Lovers. And dangerous deals made after dark? I think I might be sold on this. It says Claudia Jolicoeur shouldn't be here. When she was rejected from Cygnus, her dream occult university, she was supposed to live out her life as a wife of an old man, a pawn sacrificed for her father's debts. But her celestial magic is rare enough to attract a nightmare named Dorian, and when he offers her a bargain, entrance into Cygnus in exchange for his freedom, she accepts. As she unravels the mystery of Dorian's prison of stars, the only thing standing in her way is the handsome, cruel academic star of Cygnus, Cassius Macleod. What begins as a fierce rivalry evolves into something deeper, darker, and dangerously sensual. Now caught in the middle of an ancient curse, Claudia must decide who she can trust and who she must kill. Ooh. So this is the author's first foray into dark academia fantasy. I'm down. This book has sold me. I didn't really know anything about this. I only know it's dark academia fantasy. But that synopsis, I think I'm sold. I would love to get to this over the summer, for sure. Because this sounds really, really good. I've never read from this author. But also, my sister's name is Sydney. So it's kind of a funny coincidence. Maybe, just maybe, I'll end up loving this book. I'm excited to find out. And now, we have our Book of the Month box. So let's get into that. If I can find a way into it easily, you know. I got it into the other box quite easily. Okay, that works. We can do it this way. We'll do it vertically. So, this first book, I used my credit on and spent a little bit of extra money on because it's a special edition. I am so stoked about this particular book as well. Oh, the bookmark popped out. Alrighty then. This was interesting. It was a selection in 1982. This one. So, nice bookmark. Alright, so this one, I was shocked. Book of the Month. I was about to say BOTM. I mean, that's the initials. But I was shocked they chose this book. I did not think in a million years they would choose this book. I was about to, like, order it separate from Book of the Month until I found out they chose this. I'm like, yes! Because this is one of my most anticipated reads of May. And I desperately want to read it. And I already have a buddy read set up for it for June. I would have tried to fit it in May, but my May is packed. And I got plans at the end of the month. So, I'll be ready to read this with my friend Manuela in June. I'm so stoked for this. This is Seek the Traitor's Son by Veronica Roth. I loved the Divergent series so much. The end of Allegiant had me crying when I read it. However, the movie Allegiant, they changed the ending. And I was not happy about that. I love the other two movies, Divergent and Insurgent. Allegiant, the way they changed the ending, I was so disappointed. So, yeah. But I am stoked to read Seek the Traitor's Son. This is a dystopian fantasy. Or dystopian romance, maybe? This has really pretty sprayed edges. I love these edges with the, like, the ombre effect that we have going on here. Stunning. Oh, I was hoping they'd have end pages. It doesn't. But that's okay. It still has the sprayed edges. But I am so excited to read this. Because of how much I love the Divergent series. And then now you're probably going to ask me, Amanda, have you read any of her other ones in between? I have not. But I do want to. I just haven't had the chance. But at some point, I do want to read her other ones. I know she's got like a duology that's really short. I want to try. And then I think there was one other one. Unless that's still... I think she has one other? I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't remember. I left my phone out in the living room. I know I have it as an audio, I believe. But I want to read this book so badly. And I want to read more Veronica Roth. Because the Divergent series is so good. If you haven't read that series, you absolutely should. Just prepare. You'll need tissues for the ending of Allegiant. But this one, I'm stoked to read. It says, it's really hard to read because it's so dark. I think it says, Elegy on did not ask for destiny to find her. She is happy with her life as a soldier, defending her small country from the Teucer, a powerful nation that worships a deadly fever. A fever that blesses half of its victims with mysterious gifts. But then Elegy is summoned to hear a prophecy. Her and the most ruthless of the Teucer generals, Rava Vidar. Brought face to face, they learn that one of them will lead their people to victory over the other, but they don't know which. And at the center of both of their fates, a man who Elegy is told she will fall in love with. In just one day, Elegy's old life, her job, her purpose, and her future is over. She and Rava are destined to collide with the fate of their nations hanging in the balance, and when they do, only one will be left standing. LG intends to make sure it's her. I am stoked. I cannot wait to read this. And I just think it sounds amazing. And I absolutely love this cover. Like, look how pretty this cover is. Like, I still can't believe Book of the Month chose this. I'm like in shock right now. I did not think in a million years they would actually feature Veronica Roth. But when they were putting up clues on the app and they said something about dystopian, I'm like, ooh, maybe Veronica Roth. I don't know if they will, but I would like them to. And I was right, so yay. I cannot wait to read this. And then the next one, I got one add-on to that. Before I get into the add-on, however, I have something I need to say about how they set up this app. It used to be so easy to find add-ons that you could just add from the back catalog at any time you want, right? I have a gripe with this, that they changed the app so much you can no longer easily find past books anymore. And I am not happy about that at all. They made it so difficult. There were other books I wanted to get that I could no longer get because I don't have access to more of the back catalog anymore because of the way they set up the darn app. And no, I am not sponsored by Book of the Month. However, if they happen to stumble upon this video, please change the app back to the way that it was. Because I don't like the way that it's set up now, when you can't easily access previous books. Because there were some other ones I really wanted to get from past months that I can no longer get because of the way they set up the darn app. So yeah. Okay, rant over. But I do want to share, this was also another main pick, but I use it to get it as an add-on because I really wanted to read this. This is Dissection of a Murder by Joe Murray. I got this mainly because Carly from the Pastel Bookshelf, I will link her down below if you want to check her out. She sang this book's praises. She gave this 5 stars and she convinced me that I really needed to read this book. I don't know much except that it's a legal thriller and it takes place in the UK because I think the main character is a barrister. Or maybe, oh no, it's the author that used to be a barrister. I'm sorry. Let me get into the synopsis. Maybe that way I could, talk about it a little bit better. It says, when Layla Reynolds is handed her first murder case, she's shocked by the victim, a well-known, well-respected judge whose death sent shockwaves through the legal community. She's also incredulous. She's nowhere near experienced enough to handle such a high-profile assignment, but the defendant is insistent. He wants her, and only her, to represent him. Except he's refusing to talk. And if that wasn't complicated enough, Layla soon learns her opponent is the most ruthless prosecutor she's ever known, her husband. It's an impossible situation, yet Layla is determined to sway the jury, until she's blindsided once again by a shadowy figure from her past. Suddenly, Layla finds herself fighting not only for her client and marriage, but also to keep her own secrets buried. And if she has to rewrite the rules to win, so be it. And that just sounds so good. I don't really read very many legal thrillers. However, Carly put this on my radar. I mean, it wasn't my radar before, but not as much so until I saw Carly talk about this book. And she made me really, 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 really excited. So now I need to read this book. Maybe I can read this over the summer because this does sound really, really good. And I do really want to read it. So hopefully very soon I could get to this. I can't talk today. Hopefully very soon I can actually get to this book and read it and let you guys know what I think. I just need to stop reading so much in a month. There's only so many books you can read in a month, guys. But that is all the books I got from Book of the Month and Allurial. Unfortunately, I won't be getting Allurial anymore. However, you will be seeing my Fairy Loot boxes at the end of the month. So I'm excited for Fairy Loot. But these are the books that I got between Allurial and Book of the Month. If you want to also buddy read any of these with me, I mean, one of them I'm already buddy reading, but the other two are, or if you plan on reading them in the same month as me, we can still talk about it. So If you're interested in any of these books, also let me know, because they all just sound so freaking good that I'm excited to read each and every one. But at least I'm limiting myself to you know, certain books and not just buying for the sake of buying. Even though I still do that on occasion. But that is all I have for you guys for this unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. If you want to, if you're not chatty but you want to leave me something, if you're not feeling chatty but want to leave me something is what I should say, why don't you leave me some stars for an arcane study of stars, because it just sounds interesting. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to stick around for more bookish videos from me, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I will see you guys next time.